Mm. Kimbu Kimana Tanzania Mazulu, brothers and sisters, welcome to my channel. Subscribe, share the video, and leave some comments, please. It's good for the YouTube algorithm. You are supporting me with that. My name is Mika Masa. Mbote, greetings, salama, yengi keno. You are highly welcome and appreciated here on that channel. I am a young teacher, spiritual teacher about science and also politics. I grew up in the diaspora my whole life, and I never had this intention to go back to Africa. But you know, growing up in the diaspora, I've learned so many things. I've seen so many things, and the most of it was negative. But growing up here, it also had some positive aspects. We are different. We see the things very diplomatic and like the Westerners. We became like Westerners, you know. But we are not. And while the Spirit came upon me, when this happened, it showed me directly the direction to Africa, asking my parents, my mother, where she actually came from, and asking her about different kind of things, what kind of animals have been there, the names of the villages, cities, asking her about the spiritual aspect, and yeah, this is how we went. The whole family of us went to the first time to Africa, and when we came there, we directly went to the villages where my mother came from. This is how my journey started in Africa. And after that, I directly said to myself that I have to go and build in Africa and go there and create different kind of things. That's why I'm making this video, just to show our people the difficulties in Africa and the truth about why we are going to Africa and how it should be done. I think in all of us, we know we are not appreciated and welcomed in the West, even though we do work or are living here, growing up here, born here, going here to school, etc., etc. We know it's not our home. They make us feel all the time, and we have experienced that all the time, that this is not our home. When we say we are going home to Africa, this is mostly said by African Americans or people that has Africa in their blood. We don't have to go back to history to know that Africa, the name, is not the real name. That we were colonized. We went to slavery. That we are still slaves in the land where we are in. Look at the jobs that we're doing, the neighborhoods that the most of us living, the most of us doesn't own businesses, etc., etc. And okay, that what I have seen so far is going back to Africa. Like my team and I, we had different kind of problems that we faced. from the beginning. The local people stole money from us. It was very complicated to establish something. We went to different kinds of things that really that really upset us, made us really to think over Africa. But we never gave up. But me myself, I never thought in my brain, in my heart, that Africa would be so how can I say, that the people are so not negative, but what is the word, ignorant to towards people from the West coming, their own brothers coming to Africa and trying to establish something, create something with the local people, helping them and bringing something new to the land. There was no support, whether from the local people nor from families or the government. And this is something that every one of us has to know. What is the motive? Why do I go to Africa? Is it spiritual? Is it for business? Is it because I have understood that Africa is the land where supposed to be biblical or political, um, you know, or is it just like because I'm struggling in the West and I just want to run away to another place? The motive is very, very important. Okay, going to the 7 women that died in the Gambia, in Africa, it's very important to say we really do not really know what really happened to those individuals. People die all the time. That's for sure. Everywhere where we at, people die. But we have to specify and go a little bit deeper to understand why this kind of things should not happen or should not go like this. We have a lot of teachers outside there that teach people come back to Africa, all those kind of things. I was one of them, bringing a lot of people to Africa, many, and bringing the diaspora nearer together, which means the two sticks, African American and the other Africans from the diaspora all over the world, to tell our people, let's go back, do agriculture and owning places and all these kind of things. But while I was there, I had also different kind of videos that I made negatively against towards Africa. I'm African, but this doesn't mean that we can put all the Africans in one cup, because that what I know is you have very smart people over there as well, good spiritual people. Not everyone is bad. We have also nice places in Africa, like we have also bad places in Africa. I think also not every politician is corrupt, etc., etc. That what I want to say is we do not know what kind of groups this women's interacted with. We do not know where those people lived. I remember having got people like True Colors or whatever going to Gambia. You do not hear anything from those people no more. They went there with a lot of people. I just have one of them still until this day, an African American. We helped him with a lot of money, and he never wanted to go back to America, even while we were sending different kind of money to that person. He never, until this day, he stays in Gambia, and he don't want to go back to America. So the only thing that he wants is more and more money to stay in Africa. I understand if some people come from a bad neighborhood in America or in the West, they have faced so many things going to Africa that they are seeing it like a paradise. But living there for long term, it's completely different. And I lived there 6 years, or I'm living there until this day. I'm doing always always travel back and forth, and that's why I have a lot of things to share. I had a lot of visitors from actors, from YouTubers. I really saw a lot of people coming to my place, and everyone enjoyed my place, and everyone enjoyed the standing with me. I had also some of the Bantu pastors coming, while they have seen how I live there. They also want to live like this, yeah. Just to tell you guys the truth. So because I created an empire, I created something there that is really really nice, and it was not easy. I lost a lot of friends. Been People stole from me a lot. I lost a lot of money. Uh, I lost some. There was a time I lost hope. I lost hope in humanity. Lost hope in Africa. I became very, very, how can I say? No, I'm not a soccer player. I became very, how can I say? What is the name? Rebellious against the Most High as well, because I saw for me it was like the Most High told me to go back to Africa, and then I saw the negativity of our people from our side. We still depended on the money from the West. Until this day, I'm sending some money to people in Africa to help them. I saw how our African American brothers that live with me there, live with me in Africa, how we have always to get the money from the West. I started a fishing business and lost a lot of cash. A business that normally should be done and would be great if you see the opportunities. But one of the problems that I really faced is I had no help from our people in the diaspora, nor from my family, nor from the government, etc., etc. But if you look at Africa and you see how many Indians, Pakistanis, Chinese, Russians, Germans, Americans, Canadians, they're going in groups to Africa. They're like Robinson Crusoe, like you're stranded somewhere naked, and they're building from there. They are a little bit different, like than us. They can build from the scratch. We know Edom. We know that the hammer, building, construction. This is something that they know very well. They can go to the forest and start building from there. So what I want to say is, planning to move into Africa must be well planned, with a nice group, with people that have really created a nice business plan, having people in Africa that really have started something and it works, and have also seen that it might work for others. I have seen different kind of people shouting for our people in the diaspora to come home. While they have done that, it wasn't, believe me, brothers and sisters, the most of them were African Americans themselves calling their own brothers home, by telling them, come on, buy land here and there, buy housings here and there, buy this here and there. And they lived in Africa for almost half of a year, or maybe that, I know my elder go back to Africa doing videos with some African Americans, telling people to come home, and then the people sent a lot of money to that person, and that person just disappeared. I don't want to call names here. That person just did his life. I know with our charity, there was a group of women in the African America, two very beautiful women, elder women's, on their 45 or something like that. Very nice, beautiful women. They have no man, and they wanted to go to Tanzania, Kenya. and they wanted to use our charity so that they can steal money from the government and just run away from America and also start in Africa. And I think they also made it, because everything what you want, you're gonna get it. So like I said, the intention, what is the motive going to Africa? This is the first thing that someone will have to start thinking. What do I want to do there? Because uh, you have to work your whole life. The most I say, "Namutoki na yo kudzwa." This means by your sweating, you're gonna receive. You have to now to build, to cultivate, to do agriculture, work for your food. Um, um, this is what the Most High had said, which means that it's definitely not like this, that if you're going to Africa, that you can stay there and just enjoy your life. The money has to come from somewhere. Like now, for now, I'm me myself, with the people that I have, I'm building a concept out of Africa here in the West first, like a sub content, or a passive income, so that if you're going to Africa, so that this passive income always is there, because it is very, very hard to establish a business in Africa. It's not easy. It's in Europe. It's the same. 80%, 70% of businesses never go through. This is something that every businessman has to know. Me myself, I know if I'm going to the city, big companies, they're opening today, and after a half of year they're closing, and these are big companies. And we see that the middle class is dying in the West as well. And you see a lot of Westerners moving from the West towards countries that are where they have not to pay not so many taxes, and where they are welcomed, and where they can find some peace. If we black people, African people, all over the world say we want to go back to Africa, it's because we are descendants from there. But seeing our people, the government not opening up for us, is also something that really can stress us up, especially if you are a woman. Women are weaker than men, and they mostly need strong men to help them establishing stuff. It's a little bit different than in the West. While we have really strong women, they have studied, they have created their own businesses, and they are different respected than in Africa. They are different viewed than in Africa, because you have to know, because of this colonialism and everything, it has destroyed many things in Africa. We should never forget that the West also faced this kind of problems, and they have a lot of things under control: the social system, the healthcare, the streets, and many, many other things, schools, education system, etc., etc. And in Africa, it's not like that. It's not like that. And then we have also crime there. For sure, we have crime everywhere. That's why I always say, where do you live in Africa? What is a neighborhood? Who are the people that you're hanging with? What kind of skills does this people have? What is your intention? For me, I can say whatever I want to say. For me, living in Africa, you must be protected by the Most High as well, because you have a lot of jealous people. You have a lot of people that you should not hang with. This is you can control it better if you're in the West. In the West, you directly know, okay, these are the people, this is the neighborhood that I do not want to have interact with. I know already this clan, etc., etc. But now you are going to a new ground, and you are like a child, and you do not know anything. And then we have to know the corruption. Brothers and sisters, I don't want to lie. And this is Germany, and really Germans are very honest if it comes to businesses, or if it goes to being honest or loyal or whatever. But the things that I have faced the last years in Germany, I can tell you, lawyers became thieves, police officers corrupt, a lot of crime, stores closing. I see people really, really depressed. Uh, it's people are stealing, companies are stealing from you. You can go to work and they do not pay you. So, brothers and sisters, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say so much, but it's everywhere. It's the same. Everywhere it's the same. And Europeans steal, or Westerners, they steal all the time, and people die here also all the time. You know, I have heard so many stories about our African American brothers coming to Africa, and the stories are different. You have some people they made it, and some people not. Many of our people say, "Hey, I have to go back to Africa," but some also say, "I don't want to go back because they face different kind of things." But if you hear my teachings or conversations that I have on YouTube, you're gonna understand that I always said that it is good to have your underwear in the West and your underwear in Africa, so that you can always switch. Africa is like a place to relax, a place to find yourself. Like I said, it is very, very important to have a very strong connection to the Most High. Some people really go also to Africa just to find the voodoo, or some fetishes, or a man, or some people really go there to create a business. And every country in Africa is different. Many people, many diasporans were called to Gambia. I don't know why Gambia, really. I really do not know. But if I look at the Rastafarian culture, ganja man, drugs, and hippie being the Night Rider guy, then I understand why Gambia. So if people die in Gambia, if you just look at the Gambian country, uh, then I understand that they die. What is Gambia? Okay, who is Gambia? Okay, so I understand why you are dying. You are going from club to club in Africa, thinking it's the same in the West, taking man over man and being lied to all the time, spending all your money that you're getting from your family or something like that in the West because you don't have any business in the West. You haven't been in the military or something like that to get this money or whatever. You need money in Africa. You need money. You have to do something. I have seen many Black Americans stealing also from African people, or from their own. Mostly they steal from their own people by starting making videos or telling people, "Look, I'm living here and there. You can also come. Give me this and this money." So many sisters in my group, because not everyone comes to me. There are different kind of people that say, "Okay, I'm listening to Masa, but I'm not going to Masa. I'm going to someone else because he's more whatever legitic, or his spirit is calling me, or whatever." And I have seen a lot of stuff. I have heard a lot of stuff. People coming there, giving people money, and then they're coming to Africa, and all the money was spent for a car or something else. That what I want to say is, me myself, I have learned from that, because I'm very strong. Yeah, I'm very strong, dangerous. Okay, if it comes to if I want something, I want to get it. Okay, but what I have faced in Africa, this was like a wall. Should I say it's the promised land? Of course, it is the promised land, but we should never forget that we are waiting for the manifestation of the children of the Most High, which means spiritual elevation, being smarter, being in the right position. Why should the Most High give us knowledge right now, and our land and everything? If no, sorry, why should the Most High give us our land, our position to be the first over all the nations, political regimes, and all those kind of things, if we are not smart? So we are not ready. We are the black race itself. Yeah, and I'm really talking about the black race. They are not ready to take over. It's like we are waiting for this. We are going through that, to this transition. This is where we are going, and why we are going to this transition. We have to move to Africa. We have to learn. We have to lose. We have to learn here in Babylon how they do things, etc., etc. Because to them, the Most High have given the way. He opened for them up to rule in these times here where we at. Don't think that they are the one doing anything what they have done. It's the Most High that have given them a shiny period of time. This is the time that the Most High have blessed them. The Most High blessed those people, man. The Toquists, they have a song about rain. When then they sing, let this rain, these blessings that you gave to the nation, give it also to us, because it was taken from us. We never lived like this. We never faced those kind of problems before 1600s. We did not had hunger, poverty, sicknesses was healed. We are the one that built Egypt. We built Egypt. The technology and everything that happened in Egypt, until this day, Europeans can't understand. They can't even make it. They do not even try to be like the ancient Egyptians or something like that. Helicopters, UFOs, healings, medicine, mathematics, astronomy, astrology, agriculture. It came from us. Okay, so we are not stupid, and the Most High is also not stupid if He says, "Go back to your country," like He said to Abraham, like He said to Moses. Go back to your home country. We are the one that the Most High have blessed with knowledge here in the West, so that if we are going back to our countries, we can teach those people. We can change something. There is no white man. There's no Chinese. There's no Indian or something like that will come to our countries and build for us. They will not. They haven't done it the last 400 years, and they will not do it tomorrow. Like one video that I really have to do is about one of the richest, the richest woman in Africa. This was an Angolan dos Santos, Isabel, from the dos Santos family, and this woman was a billionaire, yeah, but she's rid of all her money. Where's her money today? She don't have anything no more. That what I want to say is the most of the people in Africa themselves, they trust the white people so much that they are putting their money into Liechtenstein, Luxembourg, Switzerland, and when they want to get the money back, presidents and all of them, they do not get the money back. So money, African money does not circulate. How did the most of the people became rich? The governments, the religious institutes, Jehovah Wickedness, Catholics, not only by selling human parts, but also by selling drugs. Drugs. Okay, drugs are so common that all these police officers, every FBA, until this day, they catched here in Germany the Aldi brothers. Yeah, the Aldi brothers, Aldi Lidl, they are everywhere, all over the world. Germans. It's like Adidas and stuff like that. Okay, those people, they were catched with tons of drugs, cocaine coming from Colombia, coming from the Africa. They was catched by trafficking children, human parts, and all those kind of things. But they're still there where they are. Brothers and sisters, the money that the most of the people have done and made is corrupt. The Most High's money is not being seen yet. The Most High is saying, "I'm gonna bless you with everything, money." It's the thing that the wealth that the humans have now, or the knowledge, spiritual power, and everything what is now established in the world is like a 30% of that what the Most High gave us. There is another 70% that he's about to add. Like the Black Panther movie, a complete other knowledge, electricity different, AI different. Everything will gonna become. Africa will not be like Europe today. Europe will be like a desert, will be like, you know, that thing that is happening to Africa. This is a complete transformation, like the Transformer movie, okay? Robots, complete other technology and knowledge with the materials that we have from the earth, with the climate that we have over there, with I mean the weather, right? With the seas, rivers, the mountains, okay? Okay. That what I want to say is, brothers and sisters, yeah. Sometimes I sound like, sometimes we sound like we are rude or we are hating our brothers and sisters, but I heard Malcolm X. The speech is, "Why do you hate yourself?" And he said it very clear. It's not our fault. It's not our parents' fault. It happened. We have lost the land. We have lost our culture. We have lost some different kind of things. But this doesn't mean that we have to stay like that. In the West, where we at, like Moses, like what was his name? Abonebkodego and all this other three, Daniel. Yeah, Daniel. Growing up in a society of the Western, is like a curse, or like here I'm seeing now how they're catching the most police ever caught on camera, how they're treating our brothers and stuff like that. But we have to learn from that. We have to learn from all the things that we are facing. Like I have learned in Africa. If someone today comes and tells me, "Oh, I want to buy land in Africa," this is completely stupid. I just posted 3 years ago. This is how I go. I went to. I have land in Africa. I have houses in Africa. I have my buildings in Africa where I live in too. Africa is for me almost not done, but this is where I have a complete concept. You can ask Brother Denim, Go Black to Africa was there, and some other from England, Germany. It was Syrian. I have Syrian people there and all this. Brothers, they saw how I live. They saw how we live there, and it doesn't look like you are in Africa. It doesn't look like you are. I'm struggling. Okay, because I knew I had to live there. You can't say you're selling, you're doing whatever but you're not living there. It doesn't work. It will never work out. And people have lost a lot of cash because it's not even the fault. Sometimes it's not that it's not. Sometimes you really want to do something good, but the local people, also the government, the system itself, so slow. Everything works slow there. Slow. A lot of liars. The quality is different. Oh my goodness. You're gonna go crazy. You're gonna think, what's going on here? But you have to understand, you're not in the West. Even people that you might think they have cash and whatever, they are trustworthy. Nothing. You're gonna see that they themselves, they lie, coming too late, hours too late, forgetting this and forgetting that, lying here, lying there. And the only way to survive is if you become like them. If you become like them, like the people, like the local people, a thief, a liar, then you might be okay. But because you grew up in the West, because You're someone that has to stand up in the morning, 4 in the morning, and already preparing to the food for your children, go to work. Everyone, no one wants to see the other one in the face. Everyone is just running. Rush, 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 work, work, work. This is the West, but not in Africa. In Africa, you enjoy life. You have time. You sit in the bar, you looking at the girls, and at the same time you working a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there. You know, you don't have these problems that the government sends you every time letters. Here, pay your bill. Here, pay your bill. There, pay. You know, you don't have this kind of things. That's why you see many people that teach or talk about Africa on YouTube. They sometimes talk negative about it, and sometimes they talk positive about it, because this is what they're facing at the moment. Yeah, I saw people buying big houses in Africa, big houses. You can't imagine. Okay, no European has houses like that here. Okay, these people just enter into the house. No one knows where he is. He's just free with his family. Okay, but this must be well planned. Those things must be well planned. That's what I want to say, brothers and sisters, is you need the right motive. You need the right people. You have to have luck. Doing businesses must be well planned, really well planned. You need good people in the land that you can trust, people that are really willing to change something. But they must be in the land, though. He must be there all the time. All the time. You cannot trust your family. You cannot trust anyhow. You know, you really need people that are there. You need your pampers from your children in the West, and you need your pampers in the land. You need spiritual background. It's very important in Africa. Jealousy is, I mean, in Europe it's the same. You might not see that, and this will be cleared up with one of the videos that I'm gonna do, European witchcraft. Yeah, when I will expose again and show you again a little bit deeper with some materials. Yeah, I don't like to do that, but normally because of our people, because we have very crazy people out there, they are just searching for how they can do witchcraft, right? But I'm gonna show with pictures and everything that Europeans or Chinese or whatever, Muslims, they are very spiritual and they do everything with magic. Which means this is also something that the most of our people do not know. While you're creating a business, while you're creating content, YouTuber, or you are employee or whatever, you sell stuff. You have a store, you have a company, whatever. The most of the people, they also put some spiritual aspects behind it so that they can move forward. So you are going to Africa, you have no spiritual background, because the most of the stores where you are buying stuff, the most of the food that you're eating, sometimes you don't even want to eat at the McDonald's, but the McDonald's is calling you, come in, come in. You are going there automatically. There is a power behind it. And many of us do not even know because our eyes are closed. Here, this eye here. Okay, it's closed. So you can't know that why you're buying that car. You don't need an expensive car for 80,000. Okay, but you are buying it because there is something that is calling you to buy it. You don't need that. Okay, businesses. Why? So this is for the people that are going to school. Don't start something that is too expensive. Start something small and go from there. Okay, but you need income. You need something that gives you money all the time before leaving, before moving, before doing one step out of your door and saying, hey, I want to leave that country. You need a passport. Then there, you need a visa. You need visa over there. You need documents. Okay? Very important. I went to Africa with my fellows and we suffered. We really suffered. Okay? Then what I want to tell you guys is we have to be very, very careful. what we are doing. Because me myself, I'm someone, I'm very open. I always open up and tell people, okay, this is how it looks like, but some people will never come and tell you the truth. They will always be like, okay, if I'm saying those kind of things like it is, I will not get the money from the people. But me myself, I'm not interested in that. Is that what I faced? I don't want anyone to have the same experience, because I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot. I was so frustrated that I even wanted to stop teaching and all those kind of things. And many people of you do not even know what it means if I stop teaching. Okay? This is something I saw the Most High, and He said, "You are my son. You have to do that." This is something that I did not get from humans. And I'm going there and saying I'll stop teaching. This is a big problem. There are some people in my hands that the Most High gave me that will follow one day, like Simon Toko, Kimbangu, and all the others before me. So there is something that must be done. This is what I know from my side. The Most High have promised us, if I'm going now to the spiritual aspect, that one day we're gonna laugh so much that, we need a stick to put it here, that we stop laughing. So that you can't laugh no more. So He promised us, brothers and sisters. I really believe in that, what the Most High said. The things are there. Like me, myself, brothers and sisters, I have a complete land that is ours from my fathers. It's bigger than Germany. The north of Angola is bigger than Germany. This is ours. Okay? I have even videos where the elders are showing me mines, places where I can find different kind of things, but I have never been there. Like I've been there, I saw it, but I have never go through it. Like I want now to take those things out of the earth. Why? Because I know that I will face a lot of other problems if I do that. Everything has his time. And some people had to suffer. They had to go to Africa to see what is really, what are the difficulties, what are the penalties, the problems with visa, staying there, getting papers intact. Everyone will steal from you. You're going there, you want to create a business, people. It's not like in the West. Creating business in the West is first, it can be like for free, paper. But then you have to start putting money into that, rent, and all those kind of things, And also renting stuff is also a big problem, brothers and sisters, in Africa. If you're doing business, even in the West, if you have a bill to pay monthly, it's always a big problem. Your money will always go like $2,000 or $3,000, always only for the rent. Okay? There's a lot of things to learn. We have to learn. And mistakes are needed. It's important to do mistakes. And you have to share this mistake so that others do not fall in the same hole. Okay? It's very important to do mistakes. This is how we learn. Okay? You have to be punished for your mistakes, so that you start learning and understanding that, okay, this is the wrong way. So, should we go to Africa? Yes, of course. Yes. It's very important. And it's also very important for those who made it in Africa to share and to open up a way for others to come. For those who has a little bit more, and for those who doesn't have so much. We have to break through. We have to break this wall that the Europeans have created. There's so many ways, to cell phones, with satellite, boats, to ship things, to factories, producing stuff. Okay, I don't like to share all the stuff because many crazy dudes outside there. You can be someone who has your own factory of different kind of things. Who will stop you there? No one can stop you, because so many Europeans, Indians, and everyone is fleeing to Africa. You cannot lose normally if you're doing it properly. Okay? And yes, you have to, it's like you're fighting against someone. Okay? What do you have to do? You have to go back and then you hit him. Which means it's normal to fall back. It's very important to fall back so that you can hit harder. Do you get it? Did you understand the message? Okay? Africa is the promised land. There are all the resources that we need. There is the spiritual knowledge. This is our home. And will be the home for the whole world. The last hope for the whole world. It will be like a boat. Like a small bowl of paradise. Like, and everything. I will make a video about that. Mathematic, I can prove it to you guys. That everything will shape like water coming, like in the time of Noah, bombs. But Africa will be like... It's like a ship. Brothers and sisters, the message was clear with my English. I was so clear. Those who hear, they have heard it. Yeah? If you go to Africa and you see the struggle starts to become too much, go back into the West. Suffer a little bit more, make a little bit money again, and go back to Africa. Don't rush. You have all the time. You have all the time. My parents and all of them, everyone wishes to live in Africa forever. Okay? But everyone knows what we are facing there. But in Europe, we are also not happy. Okay? Kimbo Tanzania Mazulu. Please give me some more likes. Yeah. We're gonna go very deep with some teachings. I'm showing you now some prophets, some historical facts about the 12 tribes, etc., etc., that we did not come from Palestine, but from Africa, by the way. And everyone knows in his heart, this is where the slave trade started in the East and West. But we are going deeper. The people that are gonna stay in this YouTube page, share it with others and show them some of my videos. And we are going deeper. Thank you very much, and love y'all. Yeah, with the heart and not with the head. Ingeta, it is done. Gonna see you very